I've made up my mind. We might never see each other again. P.S. Please stop speaking ill of my daughter-in-law.
Got it? You drove Mom to the edge. It's your fault. Give Mom back.
I'm sick of being accused for no reason. Just so you know, it's your fault for trying to deceive me over and over again. I won't hesitate to fight back against a liar. Prepare yourself to get a taste of your own medicine and cry. My name is Kathy. I'm 43, live with my husband, and have no kids. When I say we live together, my husband, Sam, is only in the US for half the year. He's a photographer traveling all around the world. It's a bit lonely not having him home for long periods, but I don't mind the waiting. The doorbell rang.
It's me, Kathy.
All right, Sarah, I'll open up now.
I thought we might eat together, so I brought your favorite sweets.
Thank you. Since my father-in-law passed away last year, my mother-in-law, Sarah, started coming over to our place. She calls 2 or 3 times a week, asking if she can come over. She says it's boring being at home alone. It's rare for a daughter-in-law and mother-in-law to get along well, but we visit each other's homes and even go shopping and on trips together. I don't think of it as a daughter-in-law's duty. I genuinely enjoy spending time with Sarah because we get along so well. Sarah is a lovely person, but can be a bit absent-minded. It's become more noticeable since she started living alone, getting lost in thought, or repeating the same stories. It's too early for her to be getting senile in her 60s. I want to support Sarah so my husband can leave for work without worry. Ideally, her eldest son, my husband's brother, and his wife should be looking after her. I wouldn't say it out loud, but it's an old-fashioned idea. Her son, Robert, is a bit of an eccentric. His wife, Emily, is no less so. Together, they're a draining pair. Mentally and physically exhausting just to talk to. Despite their age, they're self-centered and reckless. We simply don't get along. So Sarah relies on me instead of them. While I was making tea, the doorbell rang again. Who could it be?
It's me. Is Mom here?
Hi, Sarah.
Hearing Robert and Emily's voices, Sarah and I both grimaced. It's impolite to come unannounced these days. What should we do, Sarah? Sarah says with a sigh.
It seems they need me, so I guess it can't be helped.
Right. I opened the door.
Hey, Kathy.
Hello.
With that, they barged right into the house.
Mom, why aren't you at your house?
Because I don't want to see you.
Come on. That's harsh to say to your son.
You just had to push your way into Kathy's house.
I'm in a hurry. You get it, right?
Sarah looked fed up.
I've said it multiple times, but I don't have money to lend you guys.
Please, Mom.
As he said this, he ate my sweets. It was not the attitude of someone asking a favor of his mom. I can't understand the nerve of someone eating someone else's food, especially my favorite, without asking. Then Emily saw it.
Kathy, where's mine?
There isn't any.
What? Really? I wanted some.
Why would she think there was any?
Robert, enough already.
Sarah snapped.
Every time you see me, it's lend me money. What do you think I am?
What do you mean? You're my mom, aren't you?
This foolish son. That's not the point.
Both looked dissatisfied.
But since Dad passed, there should be plenty of money, right?
No, there isn't.
That's a lie. You always give plenty to Sam, don't you?
Yeah, that's right.
What are you talking about?
It wouldn't be possible for him to go abroad so often if not.
It's not a vacation. It's his job. There's no such thing as unfair. If there's a job offer, no matter how long or dangerous, he have to go. It's not all fun.
By the way, where is he now?
Though I spoke angrily, they seemed unconcerned. Right now, he's gone for about a month to take pictures of the auroras.
That sounds amazing.
It's minus 22 Fahrenheit, and not a tourist spot, but in the outskirts. It's not all fun.
Just going abroad to take photos. That's so unfair.
I was speechless. What's going on? My husband is just working hard. These people who overspend on eating out and leisure, begging Sarah for money, have no right to say such things.
Anyway, I'm not lending you money. I don't have it on me either.
You're so stingy.
Fine by me if I'm stingy.
I'll keep asking until you lend us some.
Stop it. It's disgraceful.
Seeing Sarah's firm stance, they seemed to give up.
If it's not about money, you can come, but I won't be at home on Monday. I have a neighborhood association trip.
Humph. I won't come.
What an ungrateful son.
Really, it's always Sam and Kathy. So unfair.
They left muttering those last words, complaining about unfairness over and over. Your pants are sagging. Fix that first. We really don't get along.
I'm sorry, Kathy. They are just too naive.
I guess so. But from Sarah's perspective, he is her son, and maybe she can't be too harsh on him. I really don't want to be involved as much as possible. As I sadly looked at the sweets scattered around, Sarah apologized again, and I shook my head. Can't something be done about those two? 3 days later. As usual, Sarah came over to visit. Tomorrow is the day of her neighborhood association's trip. Sarah used to like traveling with her husband, but she stopped going on long trips after becoming alone. I encouraged her to go while she's still physically able, thinking it's better to enjoy life while you can.
Kathy, what would you like as a souvenir?
When it comes to trips, traditional sweets, of course.
Got it.
Where are you staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? It's a day trip.
Oh, I see. At that moment, Sarah's phone rang.
Who could it be?
The screen displayed the name Robert. I impulsively turned on the speakerphone. I felt guilty, like I was eavesdropping, but I had a bad feeling.
Mom? It's me.
What's wrong?
I've embezzled some money from my company. Please, I'll definitely pay it back. Can you lend me some?
We were stunned.
Is this one of those scam calls?
Mom, are you listening? Lend me the money for my sake.
Sarah, getting anxious, confirmed over the phone.
Who are you?
What? It's me, Robert.
Stating his name seemed to confirm it was really him.
Please, I'm going to get fired. Help me, Mom.
Why did you use company money without permission?
Sorry. It was my fault.
I know. He is a truck driver who spends most of his working hours alone, even managing his time card inside the truck. In other words, he wouldn't normally even see the company's money. Why would he have access to use it? It's not right to resort to such tactics just because he can't get a loan. Who would fall for such a typical scam call anyway, I thought.
What should we do? This is troubling.
Sarah was visibly anxious. Could she actually believe this? People fall for scams they know are suspicious because they prey on their concern for family members. What a despicable tactic, I said to the flustered Sarah. Sarah, calm down. It's just a scam pretending to be a family member. It's just a nasty prank.
Hey, I almost had her. Don't interfere.
Robert, deceiving people is despicable.
I have no choice but to do this, right?
Sarah seemed relieved at first. Then she looked furious.
Robert, stop making fun of people,
Mom, just lend me the money.
especially since you're just going to waste it on gambling, right?
I'm trying to make more by gambling.
Don't go.
Well, if you lend me enough, I won't have to go.
What a ridiculous argument. It's infuriating even to listen to.
You don't even plan to pay it back.
Come on. It's going to be mine eventually anyway, right?
Robert, that's after I'm gone, isn't it?
Oh, well, I mean,
Really, it's always about money with you. That's why I can't trust you. That's why I don't give you my house keys.
She was shaking with anger. Listening to this makes me feel terrible too.
who has the key then?
It's Kathy.
Even though she's just the daughter-in-law?
How could you say that? She's more reliable than you are.
What?
Anyway, it won't be long before I'm gone, just like you want.
Sarah said bitterly. I couldn't keep quiet anymore. Robert, that's enough. There are things you shouldn't say.
Don't interfere, outsider.
Do you understand how Sarah feels?
Don't talk like you know. Switch with Mom.
I'll take it from here. Excuse me.
What a troublesome son.
After the call ended, Sarah tried to laugh it off, but she couldn't hide her shock.
Direct conversations always turn into fights, don't they?
I want to help, but I feel like getting involved might make things worse. Sarah, how about communicating through email? It might allow both of you to calm down.
Maybe I'll try that.
Sarah started drafting an email. The next day, Sarah went on the day trip as planned. Concerned about yesterday, I didn't want to leave Sarah alone. If you get tired, stop by my place on your way back. I'll have dinner ready. After sending the message, instead of replying, she sent real-time photos taken at the bus or rest stops. She looked very happy, shoulder to shoulder with her neighbors from the community. I hope this trip gives her a chance to refresh herself. It seemed my wish came true. Sarah came back looking happy.
It was great. I'm glad I went.
It was good to see her energized. We talked about the trip while looking at the photos she sent.
We walked along the river.
That must have been exceptional.
It was fun but exhausting, just for a day trip. Sam is incredible for traveling the world like that.
Indeed.
Let's eat sweets together. I'd like some coffee.
Okay. While I was preparing coffee in the kitchen, my phone rang. Ugh. The only person who would make me react like that is Robert. What could he possibly want? Hello?
It's all your fault.
What? Robert suddenly shouting on the phone. It's painful to the ears.
You're the reason Mom is.
A murderer.
In the background, Emily is ranting. Wait, what are you talking about? I asked him.
Mom has been called to heaven. You drove her to it.
What?
You wouldn't know, would you? I'll tell you. I got an email from Mom yesterday. If things stay the way they are, I've made up my mind. We might never see each other again. P.S. Please stop speaking ill of Kathy. Get it? Mom died because of you.
Oh my God. I can't understand his interpretation at all. Certainly, it's the kind of message an older person might send, but anyone involved in yesterday's conversation should be able to understand it. Sarah is actually at home.
That can't be. No use lying. Now that Mom is on a trip, it's my chance. I mean, now or never. Give me the house keys now.
The keys?
Oh, for her funeral arrangements.
I see his motive. He plans to frame me and search the family home while Sarah is away on her trip. Even though it's just a day trip. He wouldn't think she's at my house today of all days. I truly despise him for scheming like this and treating his own mom as if she were dead. This isn't just a screw loose. It's like he's missing essential parts, something vital for being human. He can't imagine how much Sarah and I could be angered or saddened by his actions. Unforgivable. Robert, I need to verify something. Could you come over?
Fine, I'll be right there. Have the keys ready.
I asked Sarah, who was relaxing in the living room, to apologize, but to go buy some milk, so I could get her out of the house for a moment. Robert showed up right away, full of enthusiasm. And then there was Emily.
Hey, Kathy.
Hello.
Their casual demeanor was astonishing. In their minds, Sarah was supposed to be dead. Their plan was far too careless.
Hand over the house keys.
I wiped my eyes with a tissue.
What's wrong?
I can't believe Sarah is gone. The two looked baffled. You can't forget the script.
Ah, yes. That's right.
Right? It's so sad.
The two panicked. Their acting was terrible.
No, it's your fault.
You have no right to cry.
They seemed to remember the narrative that I had driven Sarah out of this world. I quietly pulled out my smartphone. Here's a photo Sarah sent me today. It showed her smiling side of the river. The picture was taken in a famous river. Seeing this, the two exclaimed wide-eyed.
Where is this?
I said distantly. Where do you think? It looks like it's in the clouds. The two gasped.
Could it be heaven?
No way.
Look, Mom doesn't have legs.
It's just that you can't see her legs in the early morning fog. Didn't they even know where she went for a trip? As the two panicked, I showed them another photo. It's Sarah standing on the bridge. She looked tired, probably from walking. I murmured, "Looking at this, Sarah seems to have some regrets."
Is this the river Styx?
No way.
Stop joking. Mom's just on a trip, right?
What are you talking about?
No, I mean, that's not it.
Robert, this isn't my fault. I haven't done anything. Please don't suspect me. As they looked back and forth between me and the photo, confused and panicking, their fabricated story seemed to become reality, and they were scared.
Hey, let's just stop this, okay?
Shut up. We can't back down now.
I looked at them with bitterness. Let's end this foolishness. It's time they admit the truth and apologize. I think this will make it clear. It's from Sarah. Please enjoy. I opened a box of traditional sweets, the souvenir. They should realize by now. But they didn't.
Are these funeral treats?
No way.
The funeral is already over?
We weren't even invited. Sarah must still be mad at us.
How did it come to this? Look closely. Are they losing their judgment from fear? The two are pale with despair, tears in their eyes.
Is Mom really gone?
Hey, calm down.
Wait, who's at fault here again?
It's you. Just as I was about to reveal the truth, the doorbell rang. It's my husband, Sam.
I'm home. Surprise.
What's going on? Weren't you supposed to be back later?
The shoot finished early. Wait, Robert. What's happening?
Sam, seeing his brother and sister-in-law wiping tears, is surprised.
What happened?
Sam, Mom has.
Oh, Mom, yeah. I just passed her a while ago.
What?
Besides, listen to this. I had quite a scare in the snowy mountains. I almost became an icicle after a fall.
The two grew even paler.
Sam, you really just fell?
Yeah, I thought I was going to knock myself out.
See, you did see Mom, didn't you?
Yeah,
You're not supposed to go home yet, are you?
but I'm done with my work.
You don't realize what's happened to you, do you?
No way.
Sam laughed.
What are you talking about? Robert, you're being strange. It's magical and wonderful. You should try it too.
What?
The auroras, it's like angels descending from the sky.
Has the call come for us?
We'll pass. It's too soon for us.
They shook their heads in a cold sweat.
Look, we're going home. We've been feeling a chill here, and we don't want to stay.
A chill?
Yeah. It feels ominous.
Are you sure it's not just your imagination? Robert, were you always this sensitive? Sam held them back.
It's all right. Why don't you stay a while longer? I'm sure Mom will be here soon too.
Hearing this, they gulped noisily.
Mom's coming? Soon?
Yeah, she said she'd be right here. Wait for her.
No.
No way.
The two screamed and dashed out of the house. But they ran into Sarah, who had just returned, at the entrance.
Whoa,
No.
What are you doing, screaming at the sight of me?
Mom, weren't you supposed to be on a trip? Tell us that's true.
What? That trip ended a long time ago.
No, that can't be true.
It was a short trip, but it was heavenly.
Wait. Please wait. I'm changing my ways, Mom. Don't go yet.
Robert, his face contorted with tears, surprised Sarah.
Well, that's good. But what happened?
Emily was also crying out of fear. Sam was dumbfounded by the situation. But explanations would have to wait. Robert, you said you're changing your ways. Can you please stop asking for money?
I will. I'll stop.
I'm glad to hear those words. He must have realized the gravity of his previous jokes.
What's going on?
I really don't know.
I see. Let me explain. I want to hear about the auroras from Sam, who had just returned after a long while. It looks like this will be a long conversation, so I'll make some tea. There's plenty of sweets, so no worries. Later, Robert, who had said he felt a chill, developed a fever. It's not surprising after all that cold sweat. Maybe it's a fever from realizing his mistakes. However, Emily and he keep saying it's a curse or retribution, turning into a feeble version of themselves. Such impressionable people. Or rather, they are simply too straightforward. If only they'd live honestly, they are essentially good people. At least, that's what I hope. For now, I don't intend to forgive Robert, and even if he repents, it doesn't erase his past actions. No matter how much time passes, we will never see eye to eye. But for Sarah, no matter how old her son gets, he's still her son. A troublemaker who just grew up. They say the child who causes the most trouble is the dearest, and as always, she'll probably forgive him again and again. Thinking this, Sarah exploded with anger upon hearing everything. Between the attempted scam and the near burglary, and learning her bought souvenirs were nearly used as funeral treats, anyone would get angry.
How can you, at your age, not know what's right and what's wrong, you idiot son?
I'm sorry.
Instead of his usual retorts, he just apologized. Maybe that's a small improvement.
But I'm still very much alive, so don't you forget that.
Nothing wrong with that. Stay healthy as long as you can. We may not get along, but on that we agree. Sam will soon leave for work abroad again. While he's worried about the family, he says it's all good because I'm here. It's a bittersweet feeling. I'll keep an eye on Sarah as her tea buddy and watch over Robert, so he can go work with peace of mind.